Good evening and welcome to the SRL TCR Media Day from Rudskogen in Norway here this evening. Opened in the 20th of May in 1990. So current major events is the Porsche Carrera Cup Scandinavia here this evening. Did hold the Scandinavian Touring Car Championship, and the full circuit is 3.254 kilometers, 2.022 miles, 14 race turns, and a 1:23.179 track record set by Henrik Vegan in the PvP Supercar 2014. Not much really known about this circuit itself. We do have 14 corners on track here this evening, and what an eventful race this is going to be for a TCR event set by the SRL. I think it's going to be absolutely incredible. So thank you again for joining me. If you are here, Phil across the pond, much love to you as always for jumping in, but we are up and running again for another race. We are just coming into qualifying, guys, here this evening, so the cars will be out on track ready to go and up and running once again here for qualifying. Lone qualifying, 9 minutes remaining here this evening, and I think overall it's going to be one of them races that's going to be full of action, as the TCRs do deliver, as they did do at Okayama. It was an impressive evening of racing in Okayama, and one that we can all look out for as well, ready to go. Don't forget that the TCR Season 4 kicks off here at, we've got Rudskogen this week. Okay, so we do have Rudskogen this week, and then in 2 weeks' time we kick off on the 20th of January at the Red Bull Ring, and then we go on to Magny Cours, then Watkins Glen International 2 weeks after that, and then it's every 2 weeks, so it coexists with the GTR calendar, the GT4 calendar. We had Road America last week. We got the Hungaro Ring on the 13th of January in that one, and Catalonia on the 27th. So there's a lot going on with the SRLs. We've got racing every single Friday evening here, and tune in, because it's going to be absolutely incredible. We've got a mixture of Hyundais and Hondas, no Audis on track this evening, as we're on board with Neil Stevenson currently at the moment. Derek Crowther from Blade Designs is here as well, so stay tuned, because as I say, every single Friday there is some form of action going on here from the SRL, and currently it's the media day from Rudskogen. No points, so they don't have to worry about that, so they can just go straight off here as well. It's the first time broadcasting at this circuit for me, and I think I've been told it's a great little circuit and it's going to produce some action for us. It is set in Rekestad in Norway, so we're all the way out in the northern in Norway. Very, very cold up in Norway, but I don't think these guys are going to have to worry about that currently at the moment either. So yeah, they're in for a good one. I think it's going to be one of them things where you're just going to sit back, relax, and enjoy the TCR action, because it's going to be coming thick and fast. You know, drivers are here this evening: Mark Draper, Derek Crowther, Scott Malcolm, John Brown, Stuart Gibbons, Jake Corley's back again. Christoph Malinowski is here, Fraser Garrity, Stephen Fry, Roger Morton. They're all here as well. So stay tuned for this one then, because you're not going to want to miss any of this action. Gary Craig is currently the first one to set the time in Tower Light currently at the moment. Brown is in second. Gibbo in third place. Stuart Gibbons in third. What can Derek Crowther do? He's gone into fifth place. Richard White is another one, car number 8 there, who's got a time on the board currently at the moment as well. So what can Richard White do as he goes across the line? Dan Mould also here this evening. 6 minutes remaining, looking at round about 1:29-minute lap. The format is qualifying 10 minutes. Heat 1 will be 20 minutes. Heat 2 will be 20 minutes with an invert of the top 20. So Dan Mould goes into pole position. Elliot James here this evening. See how Elliot can get on here at this Rudskogen circuit. You know, it's a bit of a different circuit. I think that's one of the things. You can have a look at the top right-hand corner from the track map. It reminds me of kind of, the middle section reminds me of Tsukuba, and where the twisty bit down into a hairpin and another twisty bit down into another hairpin. And then you've got the long right-hander. So, you know, it's got a lot to it. You know, Elliot James going into 19th place. Stephen Fry is in 4th. Gary Craig going up into 3rd currently at the moment. So let's see how he gets on. Oh, Stephen Fry puts it on pole position. Stephen Fry in pole position currently at the moment. So Sam Smith has just jumped in there. Nils Payne here is set in purple in sector 2, green in sector 1 and 3. He's going to come across the finishing line as well. What is he going to be able to do? He goes into first place on a 1:29. Jake Corley in 13th place there. Krzysztof Malinowski is another man flying along in 19th currently at the moment, but it's got purple sector 2. 4 sectors here this evening. Malinowski going around the left-hander of 13 before he goes on that long run at round 14. Malinowski yellow in sector 3. What's he going to do for this last sector? It's a bit of a short sector, this. You go around turn 14 and then you cross the line and then you're all done. You're all finished. And Malinowski goes into 4th place. Krzysztof Malinowski in 4th place. Stuart Gibbons is down in 12th. There's an improvement. Should be incoming on his time. 2 greens and a yellow. What can Stuart Gibbons do as he goes across the line? 1:29.941. No improvement on his time. Roger Morton there goes, jumps up into 12th. Derek Crowther goes into 2nd. Kevin Aylett currently down in 18th place. He's coming around the final right-hander. Dan Mould again is improving on his time, so we'll keep an eye on Dan Mould as he goes here as well. Kevin Aylett jumps up into 17th. What can Dan Mould do? He's got a purple and 2 greens, so there's going to be an improvement, but how much of an improvement is it going to be? Oh, he goes on to pole on a 1:28.81. Krzysztof Malinowski currently sitting in 7th. Alan McCain is in 20th at the moment. Malinowski's got a purple sector 3. So let's see what Malinowski can do sitting in 7th place. Going across the line now. Can he get an improvement? Oh, he goes. It is an improvement. He goes into 3rd on a 1:29.056. And then Alan McCain coming around turn 14 as well. The last man across the line. That's most of the field completed their 3 laps this evening. Alan McCain, 1:31.208, stays in 21st position. Oh, and then dinks it into the wall. So, there we go. Not sure he will quite want to be doing that. Hopefully he's only done it here tonight and not in the race, because otherwise it's not going to do him any favours, is it really? So, there we go. Hope everybody is well and enjoying the action that's been brought up. We've had a lot going on the JPB YouTube channel this evening as well. So, thank you so much for joining me for this whole evening of racing. It's definitely been full on. Jake Corley is excited, he said. Marcello Reels, hello, good night. How can I participate in your championship? If you're talking about the SRL one, the Discord is down below. You can join and get yourself involved in that, Marcello, as well. So hit the Discord link at the bottom there, and we'll take you directly into the SRL Discord, and you can get yourself involved in that one. We haven't got long left. There are 9 minutes. We've got about 40 seconds remaining. So here this evening at this Rudskogen circuit in Norway. So I am James Parfitt. I'm going to bring you all the action this evening here tonight. And, well, what an evening of racing we have had so far from on the JPB YouTube channel. Of course, we're going out on the SRL and JPB as well. So yeah, so you've got the option of subscribing to both channels. Give the videos a big old thumbs up, and don't forget as well to turn on the bells for notifications. The grid is up for race 1. Dan Mould is in 1st, Sam Smith in 2nd, Krzysztof Malinowski in 3rd, Derek Crowther 4th, Mark Draper 5th, Niels Peen in 6th, Stephen Fry 7th, Arthur Fertile 8th, John Brown in 9th, Gary Craig in 10th, Stuart Gibbons in 11th, and Roger Morton is down in 12th place. Beyond that, Scott Malcolm in 13th, Christopher Barnes 14th, Neil Stevenson 15th, Jay Corley 16th, Kev Eilert in 17th, Fraser Garrity 18th, Richard White 19th, Carl Fleet 20th, Alan McCain in 21st, Elliot James 22nd, Daniel Lewis 23rd, and Paul Cugley in 24th place. So that is the grid set for this evening. As we see Derek Gravel there. Krzysztof Malinowski is out on the grid as well. So we're just waiting for Dan Mould, Sam Smith and Paul Cugley. Right, lights are coming up on your screen. We're going to be away now. Dan Mould is on pole. He gets a start off the line. Dan Mould out in front. Malinowski's got to jump on Sam Smith. Oh, crash on the start. That's Stephen Fry, I believe, is involved in that one. And that's going to be John Brown and Stephen Fry together on the start. Nils Peen there in 9th place. Scott Malcolm's up 9 places. Currently in 4th there. Dan Mould out in front there. No problem for Dan Mould as he comes rushing down into turn 3 here for this 20-minute opening race here at the Rudskogen circuit in Norway. That's a big incident for Stephen Fry. He's not going to be overly excited about not making much of the start there. Jay Corley is down in the 13th. He's up 3 places on his grid spot. Jay in a big bunch of cars currently at the moment. And behind that, Nils Peen and Fraser Garrity on the left-hander of 8, coming out through 9 and then going down into the hairpin of 10. Dan Mould still out in front. Mark Draper is in 5th place. He's currently battling with Gary Craig and just lost that position to Craig there. Craig's chasing up now onto the back end of Scott Malcolm. So let's see how this one pans out. Arthur Thirdle is in the mix as well. There is Arthur. He's currently sitting in 8th place. Fraser Garrity, Nils Peen still battling side by side. Nils in 15th position on the inside. Fraser's just got past him. Elliot James has made a move as well. Into the pits they go. Stuart Gibbons and Nils Peen. Stephen Fry. But it's Dan Mould still out in front at the moment over Sam Smith. So there is Smith there out in front, chasing down Dan Mould. There's been a place at the back here. Gary Craig looks like he's possibly got a slowdown on that run because he's lost a lot of positions as Scott Malcolm. And that was Arthur Thirdle going off to the left-hand side all at the same time. There's a lot going on and it's very tight circuit in that middle section. Roger Morton is another one. Oh, it's like little tap there from the back from Chris Barnes. 17 minutes remaining. Barnes is on the right-hand side. Morton in the middle. There's Morton in the middle of the track from the results team. Sam Smith in 1st place. Here he comes. Just got past Dan Mould. The Sam Smith passes Dan Mould. He goes in a little bit deep. Mould's going to come back on that run through 13. Is he going to travel around the outside of 14? Malinowski wants to get involved as well. They're going to be looking at on this run down into turn 1. It's Mould on the left, car number 80. And then we've got Smith on the right-hand side there, car number 6 on this run down. Malinowski is looking blissfully quick here as well. He's going to try and cut through the middle, making it 3 wide. No, thinks better of it, but it is Dan Mould. Battling away with Smith. Malinowski's now going to try and bully Mould off the inside of 2. Let's go on that run up into 3 and 4. There's going to be car number 22, Stuart Gibbons in front of him. Malinowski on the left-hand side, Mould on the right. Currently, here we go, round this long right-hander of 3 and 4. And Smith, Malinowski and Mould. Oh, Smith's gone in a locked up. It's goes Malinowski's chance to take the position. He has done. Krzysztof Malinowski out in front now. Sam Smith, Dan Mould behind him. Round the left-hander of 8, on to 9 we go. Mold's trying to get the inside line. Nearly slight contact. Mold pulls out of that one. And Malinowski's dropping down into 10 in the front at the moment. Down Mold now as Nagano got Mark Draper coming up behind him currently at the moment as well, as these guys come over the top of the hill, dropping down into turn 12. Malinowski out in front. There he is. Sam Smith second, Mold in third. There's more battles going on down through the order as well. Malcolm and Thirdle and Stevenson. We are focusing currently on your lead battle on board with Dan Mold now. Oh, Smith's has got to come out. Smith's got to come out as well. There is Smith. Mold there. That was a lapped car on the right-hand side. This is your battle for second place. Dan Mold, Sam Smith, Mark Draper, all involved in this one. McCain here, battling away with Elliot James. They are nose to tail all at the same time. Corley on the left-hand side. Looks like Corley's possibly got to slow down as well, because he's now dropped a couple of places. Look at these gaggle of cars here. Gary Craig sitting in 4th place at the moment. Dan Mold in 3rd now. Lost the position of Mark Draper. So did Derek Crowther. Mark Draper went past Christoph Malinowski, and this is why. Oh, Malinowski overdoes it, goes round. Christoph Malinowski goes round there. So as we carry on with the racing here this evening. Bear with having a slight little issue. And we're on board with Gary Craig. Gary Craig battling away here this evening, trying to chase down the guys in front of Dan Mold, Sam Smith. Got Malcolm's into the pits, Stuart Gibbons, Stephen Fry is in the pits as well. We saw Stephen having a coming together there at the beginning. Mark Draper is in first, Sam Smith second, Dan Mold third. These guys battling away, 7 minutes gone, 12 and a half nearly remaining. And it's Mark Draper coming round turn 13, out in front, Sam Smith in second, Dan Mold in third. This up front battle, the one where the action's going to be currently at the moment. The gaps are starting to spread out. Scott Malcolm did have an incident. It's all on his own for Malcolm. It looked like he just parked it, didn't he? He's turned around and said nope, and he's just parked it on the side of the circuit there. Sam Smith, though, no such luck of parking it here with Mark Draper out in front currently at the moment. Derek Crowther's trying to get up to the back of Gary Craig as well. Alan McCain. Sorry, Alan. Battling away with Jay Corley. Oh, no. Is he going to hold it? He does. Oh, somebody did it behind him. That's John Brown and Carl Fleet. John battling his way through in a little Hyundai. After being involved in that incident at the beginning, we had a problem with the timing software, so unfortunately we were unable to show that incident. But it's Mark Draper, Sam Smith up front. Dan Mold's trying to close in as best he can. Derek Crowther here in 5th place currently. He is trying to track down Gary Craig. So here we go now in Heat 1. Lap 7. 10:45 on the clock. Krzysztof Malinowski's trying to come through as well. Malinowski did have that spin. So he did have that spin, or the half spin that got him out of shape. But Scott Malcolm just kind of parked the car up. You can see the battle materializing now up front between Draper, Smith and Mould. These guys coming together right the way through lap 7 now, through turns 7 and 8, dropping down through 9, and then coming into the sharp right-hander of 10 very, very shortly. What is Mould able to do here? Nothing at the moment. Nothing doing for Dan Mould. On board we go with Sam Smith dropping down into turn 12. Left-hander. Oh, Smith gets a little bit of a slide coming through 13 out of 40 through 14 now. That's allowed Dan Mould to close right back up onto the back end of him. Can Mould get Smith with just under 10 minutes remaining? Can Crowther clear Craig? Can Corley get Elliot James as well? Gap was under a second. He's now back out a little bit further than that. He's now back out to about 8 tenths. John Brown and McCain fighting it away here as they go across the start-finish line for lap 8. Brown, of course, caught up with Stephen Fry on lap 1 on the start-finish line. And they had a big coming together, these guys. But we've also lost Stuart Gibbons. Carl Fleet has been off track. Stuart Gibbons went and got some repairs by the looks of it, and then jumped back into the pits again. But John Brown now dropping down through into 3 and 4 he goes. That little Hyundai battling away with the bigger brother Hyundai in front, the Elantra and the Veloster. Personally, I think I'd want to be in a smaller one. It looks a little bit more nimble, but Sam Smith has been caught up by Dan Mould. Can Mould get Smith? He hasn't got long left, mind you. He's got about 8 minutes coming around turn 14. Dan Mould in the green SRL car. Smith in the front in the black and with a blue trim bonnet. Coming across the line now. All about whether or not Mould's going to be able to get hold of him. Derek Crowther looks like he's just slowly getting onto the back of Craig. And Elliot James looks like he's slowly moving onto the back of Corley. He's just lost the position. Corley's just managed to get through. And that is Jay Corley into 12th place currently at the moment. Gary Craig is not looking comfortable with Derek Crowther behind him in the Hyundai. We'll see how he gets on as he's coming now through turn 5. What is Crowther going to be able to do here? It doesn't look like the circuit itself kind of lends itself to massive amounts of overtakes to a degree of how, if you position your car in that way. You know, it's quite a tight little circuit, and it's going to be a very brave individual, should we say, that's going to be making that move. And I think that's going to be the interesting thing here. Dan Smith being harassed by Dan Mould. Like, Dan Mould is literally climbing all over the back of him at this moment in time. Mould gets any closer, there's going to be contact. So he's got to be a little bit more sensible. Mould now coming across the start-finish line, 6:20 on the clock. It's all about these guys battling it up front here. Derek Crowther, Gary Craig has now been caught back up by Krzysztof Malinowski. And Malinowski's no slouch, so he's not going to hang around. Derek Crowther sniffs for a bit that there's a delay on a move that he should be able to make. I think Malinowski is going to possibly want to make in that move and wanting to get him as he drops down the hill. Now through 3 they go, 4 out into 5 and 6. They go left at through 5, then 6. Oh, Crowther's got a little bit out of shape. That's allowed Malinowski to take that wide line on that run out of 8. Coming through 9, down through 10 they go. The right-hander of 10. Such a tight corner dropping down into turn 12. It's currently Crowther, Malinowski and Craig. This is the three-way battle. Smith is still being harassed by Mould. Mould's not really giving him much room. I tell you, poor Dan Mould is trying his hardest here to get past Smith. He's just not making it. 4:55 on the clock remaining. Crowther's held back Malinowski for this lap. And then Roger Morton is also closing in on Neil Stevenson, and further back from that, John Brown is slowly catching up with Elliot James, who's lost it onto the back of Jay Corley. Chris Barnes, Roger Morton. Chris Barnes trying to come through. It's just actually lost that position to Fraser Garrity. Garrity's gone around and got that position up, and so that's Garrity up into 10th now. Gainers and losers on the left-hand side. You can see Garrity is going to be up 8. Elliot James up 8. McCain up 6. Some big movers and shakers there. Gary Craig still being harassed now by Derek Crowther. Dan Mould and Sam Smith just gone underneath us as well. They're still very close, so close together. 3:59 on the clock. And Craig held on. If he's going to hold on here, he's going to be absolutely, he's done an absolute stellar job, because to be fair, you know, he's been under a lot of pressure, and so is Smith, and Smith still, Mould's got to send it through now. Mould's got the job done. It looks like Smith, possibly, did he get a slow down, Sam Smith? Let's have a look and see how that one went through. There's Smith there. Oh, he just kind of lets him through. It looks like he may have possibly picked up a slowdown, so there was no need for Mould to send it on him. But it's now all where Crowther and Craig are going to do. This does look like, it does remind me of an elongated version of Tsukuba in a weird way. That middle, that front and middle section. And that last corner, that long right-hander, long right-hander at Tsukuba. Malinowski's got up the inside of Crowther. He's had enough of waiting. Now, is Malinowski going to do the same to Craig? Do you get what I mean? Like that Tsukuba circuit, that inside wiggle, and then apart from adding the start-finish straight, it kind of reminds me of that in a weird way. Christoph Malinowski now. Yeah, battling away. Can Malinowski get Craig on this run? These guys coming around turn 12. Malinowski still trying to battle away around turn 14. Now Derek Crowther's going to have another go. 1:56 on the clock. It's going to be this one and one more. Close the door, close the door. Malinowski's having a go into turn 1. Right-hander now of 2. Gary Craig is defending for his absolute life from Christoph Malinowski. He's got 2 more laps really to kind of do it. Draper's out in front by 2.8 seconds now. Mould has opened the gap to Craig. And Gary Craig here is under heaps of pressure from Malinowski. Well, we go through 7, coming into 8. And dropping down into 9, and then the tight right-hander of 10. What can Malinowski do? Is he going to be looking to try to go up the inside? He is. Is he put Gary Craig off enough? Is he going to bully himself? Craig's got the inside for the next left-hander, mind you, down at turn 12. Malinowski's thought better of it. Malinowski's got the switchback on him already, and now through 13. That's Malinowski through. Can Craig hold on from Crowther, though? Crowther's looking at having another go here. Then Crowther, Gary Craig down the start-finish straight for the last final time. Last lap of the race now. Mark Draper is out in front currently at the moment. Oh, not this time. It looks like Craig may have held on here. Still got 2/4 of a lap to remain, 2/4 of a lap to go. Through turn 3 and 4, Crowther's fighting as best as he can to try and get up there with Gary Craig so he can give him a good old chance of getting that position. Derek Crowther still battling away, he's still fighting on that run down into 10th. Keeping an eye on Mark Draper up front. Draper's just coming round turn 14. Here we go. Mark Draper is going to be your victory winner. In Heat 1, it is Mark Draper. And then we've got Smith in second, Mould in third, Malinowski behind him before. Craig did hang on for 5th over Crowther, Arthur Fertel in 6th. Neil Stevenson 7th, Roger Morton, Fraser Garrity back from that. Sam Smith got 2nd, Dan Mould took 3rd place. And then we're going to go into Heat 2. Of course, we've got a top 20 reverse. Elliot James just comes in front of McCann. Fleet, Eilert Lewis, and Peen behind her. And there we go. That was Heat 1 done and dusted. Can have a look at the results. Mark Draper is in 1st place, Sam Smith in 2nd, Dan Mould 3rd, Christoph Malinowski in 4th, Gary Craig in 5th, Derek Crowther 6th, Arthur Fertel 7th, Neil Stevenson 8th, Roger Morton 9th, Fraser Garrity 10th, John Brown in 11th, caught up with the incident with Stephen Fry right at the beginning. There in 11th place, Jay Corley in 12th, Elliot James in the 13th, Alan McCain in 14th, Carl Fleet 15th, Kev Eilert 16th, Daniel Lewis down in 17th place. Niels Peen in 18th, then we go into Chris Barnes in 19th, Richard White, Stuart Gibbons, Scott Malcolm and Stephen Fry did not finish the race. So we got a brief little warm-up now. Well, that was easier than expected, says Rock Dodger. Good race, lads. It was good, wasn't it, to start off with? So we've got Richard White out on track. We've got a brief little warm-up. About a 5-minute warm-up here. So, settle back now. We've got a top 20 invert. So that means the fast man up the front, Mark Draper, goes into 20th place. So this is going to be an interesting one here, I think. Don't forget, guys, as well, you can subscribe give the video a big old thumbs up and turn on the bells for notifications, because that would be absolutely amazing if you can do that. As you're here for the SRL TCR event live from Rudskogen in Norway with myself, James Parfitt, bringing you all the commentary this evening. Kev Eilert is another one that's out on track at the moment. So there we go, Kev. Sprint race out doing practice it. We're in the warm-up, 2 minutes remaining. Richard White is another man that's out. Carl Fleet starting off his lap, coming out the pit lane. So welcoming everybody if you are here this evening. Thank you so much for joining us. We've had an epic night of racing so far. It's been a little bit crazy over on the JPB YouTube channel, so you can go and check that out as well, because it has been a little bit mental with the AMS and Pros European races in the Radical SR10. So if you fancy watching yourself a bit of Radical action, you can go and check it out, because it has been a bit of a mental one this evening. 1 minute 13 remaining of practice here. So stay tuned for the next 20-minute race. Jay Corley's out on track. Now Jay, bless him, had a bit of a rough time at Okayama 2 weeks ago. Did actually comment on the fact that while I was commentating, I did say it was spinning around more times than Kylie Minogue. But unfortunately for Jay, it was just kind of one of them evenings. And it kind of happened. Yeah, I can see you, I can see you, as he's flashing his lights there to let us know that he is there. You know, so poor old Jay's spinning around, as I say, quite a lot at Okayama. Lucky enough, you know, he knows I'm only joking. Well, I hope so. Because if he don't, I'm in trouble. But he hasn't got long left of the warm-up session before we go into race 2. But he seems to be doing all right here at the moment, you know. Good old Jay going around there in the Honda. Elliot James is in a Honda, Richard White is in a Honda, Kev Eilert's also in a Honda as well. So as we're waiting now for the grid, waiting for it all to kick in. There we go. Here is the grid for race 2. Richard White is in first, Chris Barnes in second, Niels Peen third, Daniel Lewis fourth, Kev Eilert in fifth, Carl Fleet sixth, Alan McCain in seventh, Elliot James eighth, Jay Corley ninth, John Brown in 10th, Fraser Garrity in 11th, Roger Morton is in 12th place. And then beyond that, we've got Neil Stevenson in 13th, Arthur Ferdinand 14th, Derek Carver 15th, Gary Craig 16th, Christoph Malinowski 17th, Dan Mould 18th, Sam Smith 19th, Mark Draper in 20th, Stuart Gibbons 21st, Scott Malcolm 22nd, Stephen Fry 23rd, Paul Cugley down in 24th place. Right, Richard White up front, ready to go. The lights are coming on now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that was a long old hold. Long old hold. Niels Peen got an absolute flying start there. He's made up one position already, and that is Neil Peen out in front. Kev Eilert further back from that one. Roger Morton, Gary Craig. Look at the gaggle of cars in the middle. Fraser Garrett is in that one as well. Neil Stevenson, Gary Craig, Christoph Malinowski. Corley's run wide, unfortunately. That's going to put him under pressure from the cars behind. But at the moment, it's Neil Peen out in front. Chris Barnes climbing all, he's defending hard from Alan McCann. McCain now with Elliot James right behind him as well. This is going to be getting spicy here, guys, this evening. John Brown is in the mix. John had that dreadful start with Stephen Fry in the last race. Arthur Fertel's into the pits already. And unfortunately for Fertel, this is why. It looks like he may have already been involved in an incident now. Because his right rear is not looking too healthy. I don't know if he's clattered the wall. And unfortunately for Arthur Fertel, he's dropping down the order. Come on. As we go back live. There we have it. John Brown, Fraser Garrity. That's Elliot James is off wide. He's trying to come back on the track through turn 14. 18 minutes remaining here. And this gaggle of cars here with Kev Eilert chasing down. There in front. So Eilert and Barnes. Oh, is that going to be a slowdown for Eilert? He skips some of the corner. I believe it possibly is, you know, because Barnes is going to get through. John Brown, Fraser Garrity's through as well. Roger Morton. Is Malinowski going to make it through? He is. Malinowski's under pressure from Corley. Coming down through 3 and 4. Malinowski looks like he's possibly got a slowdown as well. Somebody's going off wide. There is a lot going on in this corner. Elliot James there. Corley managed to make it through. He's now in 7th. But there was a lot all of a sudden happening in that corner all at the same time. It's all kicking off kind of in this midfield area with Elliot James, Gary Craig, Dane Mould, Sam Smith, Kevin Eilert, Mark Draper. Don't forget that, you know, they were your victors in race 1, especially Mark Draper first, Smith, then Mould. So the fact Mould's in front of Smith at the moment can only be a good thing. Can he hold him back though, as Draper's trying to go up the inside of Kev Eilert? He has done. McCain. Got Fraser Garrity for company. John Brown in there as well. Christoph Malinowski. Corley's up again. Oh, Corley auditioning for Fast and Furious 12. Sideways in that car into that corner. He's dropped down the order faster than a rock in the ocean at the moment. Is Corley. He's gone all the way down into 17th, 18th, 19th. Is he going to get 20th? Oh, yes, Jay Corley's down in 20th position now, all the way at the back of the field. He did all the hard work and then overcooked it. Unfortunately for Jay there, on lap 3. Just overcooked it. And poor old Corley went off, and we can have a look back and see how spectacularly that was. Oh, that wasn't on his own. That wasn't on his own. That was with Malinowski on his nose, I think. Christoph Malinowski may have been blamed to that. It looked like there was some rubbing going on for Malinowski, and it looked like he's possibly been caught onto the back of Corley. So my mistake, Jay. Fair play to you. Sorry, son. That was on the drop down into turn 10, I believe. But Richard White in 2nd place, McCain in 3rd. Garrity behind him, John Brown behind that as well. Sam Smith battling away here. Oh, Sam Smith, Gary Craig, side by side. Craig's on the inside. Oh, they're coming off turn 14. Craig on the left. Smith on the right. Malinowski's just done a 1:29.651. Smith's going to be looking at going up the inside of turn 1. Can Craig come back? They are. They're side by side coming out of 2 at the moment. And Craig now does settle down and gets through there. Malinowski clears Richard White. Stuart Gibbons has crashed and is back into the pits. Malinowski up 11 into 6th. There was a spinner in front there. There was a spinner. Was that Elliot James? It was. James on lap 4. Spinning in turn 4. Garrity with Brown behind him. Kane is on the right hand side. Parfitt's through as well. I'm wondering if McCain's got to slow down, just purely because of how slow he's going. Is Morton going to make it past him? He is. Is Malinowski going to make it as well? Oh, McCain's dropped down the order. He's now all the way down in 6th place. Malinowski's now up 12. Down mould Richard White. And mould clear White and get onto the back of Barnes before Barnes starts getting onto the back of the guys in front with McCain. Garrity, John Brown, side by side, coming into turn 1. Is Brown going to try to cut back on him? 13 minutes remaining. Niels Payne is gone. He's 7 seconds up the road. He has gone and left his pack for dust. Malinowski, Roger Morton. And Morton hold Malinowski at bay as they're coming into turn 3. How do you hold him at bay long enough? Christoph Malinowski there. Up into 5th place. Possible contact with Jay Corley, I think. Try and have a look at the nose of Malinowski and whether or not that wasn't completely Corley's fault. Yeah, I believe there was contact. There was contact. Unfortunately for Corley, he was under the pressure there. Mark Draper's dropped down the order. That's the reason why Draper's dropped down the order now. Oh, he's not the only one. Car number 16, Neil Stevenson. Stevenson and Draper here. Oh! Mark Draper onto the back of Neil Stevenson. Chris Barnes is under pressure from Dan Mould. Mould get him as he's coming down now into turn 3 and 4. Not this time. This track does look a little bit tricky in these TCRs. A lot of people out. You can see on the left-hand side. Ugly, Malcolm, Fry, Thurtle, Gibbons, Lewis, Stevenson, James and White are in the pits. Dan Mould's just gone up the inside there of turn 8. Dan Mould up another position now into 7th. It's just got McCain in front of him. But John Brown is up in 3rd place at the moment, trying to chase down Fraser Garrity. 11 minutes on the clock remaining. Roger Morton gets a little bit out of shape. That allows Malinowski to close right up onto the back end of Morton. What is Morton going to be able to do here from Malinowski going down this start-finish straight? The thing is with Morton, he's going to be looking at taking the inside on the line. So Malinowski's going to send it in turn 1. It's very difficult to try and stop him, but the turn is quite tricky. Morton's got a hug. Oh, Malinowski's coming. Is this going to be... There is Roger Morton. Down into 3 and 4 we go. Not a move from Malinowski this time. Oh, he has got a little bit of a better run than Morton did though. As we go through the Wigglies and then into 7 and 8. Round the outside goes Malinowski. He's trying that shorter lines. He's going to try and look at coming back and getting the run down into 10. I don't think he's close enough, mind you. Not this time around for Malinowski, I don't think. Oh, we're nearly in. There's Roger Morton in his seat. That's how close we were. Oh, Morton's made a mistake and Malinowski's got through. Mistake into 12. And then round 13 and 14. Morton got past Malinowski and then he made that mistake. So unfortunately there for Morton, he's now got the hard work to do. Garrity's got some big, tough work to do here with John Brown behind him. Garrity in the Elantra, Brown in the Vela Star. But Brown's lost the position to Malinowski as well. How did that happen? Brown got out of shape in turn one, and that's allowed Malinowski through. Unfortunately there, Christoph Malinowski, he's now dropped 2 positions to John Brown and Roger Morton. I'm guessing he might have had a slowdown involved in that one. There's a lot going on in this one. Roger Morton there, past Christoph Malinowski. Now Malinowski's got to go again here over the back of Morton once more. You know, Morton's going to look and try and not make that same mistake twice that he did earlier on the circuit. But he's got to try and make sure he doesn't do it again, because otherwise Malinowski's going to get him, and that's the thing. Don't forget Malinowski was up into 3rd place at one point. Here we go, round turn 14 now. Dan Mould wants a piece of McCain. But it's all about what is Malinowski going to do here with Morton. Onto the nose we go. Morton's on the left-hand side of the circuit this time. Malinowski turns around and says, well, don't worry, I'll try and go around the outside. And he is. He's going to now try and turn the cap back. Not this time for Malinowski. We've now got this run down into turn 3 and 4. There we go again onto the nose of Malinowski, coming into 3 and 4 now. Oh. He's got that different line as Malinowski. Looks a lot quicker through there. Closes the gap right up. Goes through the right, coming around through the left of 7. Oh, there's Morton. In we go again. The terminology of right up your exhaust pipe is a different kettle here, because he is literally, Morton, right up your exhaust pipe, son. Malinowski chasing them right down behind him now. He's going to try a different line around the outside of 10. Brown still chasing down Garrity. You can see that in front. Oh, Malinowski. Careful, careful, careful. Round turn 13 we go. Malinowski taking that wide line again. Kane thought better of it to try and get up the inside. Didn't manage it this time around. Malinowski's lost a little bit of time due to that move in turn 14. Dan Mould still chasing down McCain. Mould on the left-hand side. He's got a bit of a run coming out of turn 2. And you get alongside Malinowski's trying the same thing on Morton. McCain manages to hold on. Morton does not, mind you. Mould's now gone through. McCain run wide. He almost followed the same line Morton did, which opened up the door then for Dan Mould just to say, well, thanks very much, I'll have that position. Malinowski's now on his base. Now got to chase down John Brown in front of him. Mould's trying to bullying Brown, bullying Morton off. And that's Morton gone. Oh. Morton there, Dan Mould stole your lunch, son, and then bullied you out of that inside line, and you're gone. Garrity now is battling away with John Brown further up the order. Garrity's trying to hold that line. He's not giving Brown much room. Brown's was almost on the grass. Coming around turn 14, 4:55 on the clock. Is this going to be Brown's run? He's too far back, I think. I think he is too far back. Malinowski's closing Brown. Gap now down to 6/10. Derek Crowther still battling away with Chris Barnes here. Crowther on the left, Barnes on the right. So these guys go around turn 1 and 2. Barber's got the run. He looks like he's got the inside line on the run down into 3 and 4. He looks like he's going to have this position away from Barnes. You leave the door open like that, Sunshine. Unfortunately, the terminology is you're going to get burgled, and you kind of did. Derek Carver gets that position. Can he hold that line, though? I think Barnes was hoping he wouldn't, but he did. Derek Carver manages to hold that line around turn 3 and 4. Didn't leave his door wide open. And unfortunately for Chris Barnes, he could not make it through. McCain, however, well, Sam Smith behind him. Onto the back of Roger Morton. Smith on the right-hand side, McCain on the left. Oh, Smith. Kane has gone wide, that's allowed Smith through. Smith is through. Garrity still under pressure from Brown. Brown's coming under pressure from Malinowski. 3 minutes left on the clock. Roughly 3 laps to go. Going to be interesting to see this Brown-Malinowski battle here. I don't think Malinowski's going to be quite as bossy as he has been. What's he going to be able to do here? There's no question he's quick. You know, 129.51 last time around, 129.97 for Brown. Garrity runs a little bit wide coming out of 3. Puts him under jeopardy. All that run around through 7 and 8. Malinowski is trying to come up the inside. He's trying to bully John Brown off. Dan Mould's got to be looking at trying to follow him through as well. Oh, there was almost contact for Brown and Mould. Mould's on the grass. Mould's going to try and run him around the outside of 10 on the run down into 12. That's Malinowski up another position, mind you. He's up 14 places if Christoph Malinowski. Mould did clear Brown in turn 12. Dan Mould has got past Brown. Mark Draper just cleared Kev Eilert. Okay, Fraser Garrity next on the list for Malinowski. There's going to be one and one more. Payne's got it. He's 15 seconds down the road. I can safely probably write that one down that he is the winner of Heat 2. Because bar any major issues, Niels Peen is going to win. It's where this second place is going to go. Is it going to go to Malinowski, or is it going to go to Fraser Garrity? It depends on how much defending Garrity can do here. And we've got a back marker coming up as well. That is 16th, Neil Stevenson. Malinowski's got to try and find a way through. He's got to try and put Garrity on his line. How he does that, I can't answer the question, but he's got to go and have a go as they come round 10. Oh, contact for Malinowski and Garrity. That little bit of contact may have jeopardised Malinowski. He's only got to try and get round as Neil Peen comes across the line to start the final lap of the race. Can Garrity do this as well? There's Neil Stevenson in front. Is definitely the final lap. Garrity's going to be under pressure. 20 minutes are up. Christoph Malinowski's got to try and find a way past Fraser Garrity. Is he going to be doing it down into 3 and 4? He's not this time around. But he does like that wider entrance into 3, which gives him a kind of a little bit of a better run coming out of 4. He was a little bit scrappier than he has been there. This time around, I think Garrity could do with a toe from Stevenson quite rapidly. Oh, Malinowski, they're going to spin. They're bumping and grinding. Oh, Garrity. Didn't let Malinowski bully him. He turned around and said, no, no, no. Not this time, young sir. Penis coming around the final corner of the race. We will pick him up going across the line very, very shortly as his Garrity comes down into turn 12. Here comes Neil Payne. It is your winner here this evening. Good job. Won by 15 seconds. Oh, Malinowski's put himself in jeopardy from mould. But I think it is going to be Garrity. It is. Garrity takes the victory. Malinowski in third. John Brown in fifth. And Dan Mould is in fourth, of course. Oh, Christopher Barnes comes across the line in a very spectacular fashion. Corley's coming across the line as well. He's a bit further back in 15th place. There is Jay Corley after dropping to the back of the field. Now, initially I thought it was Corley, but it looked like Malinowski may have had something to do with that. So it could have quite possibly been Malinowski having that one as well. It might be a little bit of an apology needed. So let's see how it gets on. So let's see what happens. But as we watch Corley, he's gone over the finishing line. And here are the results of your second race this evening. Nils Payne won first place. Faris Garrity in second. Christoph Malinowski in third. Dan Mould fourth. John Brown fifth. Sam Smith down in sixth. Roger Morton seventh. Alan McCain in 8th, Gary Craig in 9th, Derek Craver in 10th, Mark Draper in 11th, Christopher Barnes in 12th, Kev Eilert in 13th, Carl Fleet in 14th, Jay Corley in 15th, Neil Stevenson 16th, and Richard White down in 17th place. Beyond that, Elliot James is in 18th, Daniel Lewis, Stuart Gibbons, Arthur Thirdle, Scott Malcolm, Stephen Fry, but the non-finishes here in 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, respectively. Wow, that was an interesting one, wasn't it? Right. To have somebody lined up, ready to come in. To the booth, ready to go for an interview. But I think you've got to admit, them two races, absolutely cracking result there as we bring in Nils Payne into the booth. Good evening, Nils. How are you?
I'm fine. A bit tired, but yeah.
Wow, you're tired from what?
Just the day, mostly.
That second race wasn't... Well, you got an absolute flyer. Let's talk about the start. You got an absolute flyer off the start, right? And you just kind of, well, pulled away.
Yeah, I had a good practice run in the first race, where I had a lot of clean air and got some good laps in. So I was dialed in for the second one, and we talked a bit about starting. So I felt confident to get a good run. Faked outside, got the job done on turn 1 already, and then I was waiting for the rest to catch up on the relative and started to get nervous when I got a slowdown in, I think, lap 2 and 3. But it ended up working out. I got into rhythm, just put on last lap delta and just went lap for lap. So yeah, that was easier than I thought, but that was just because of reverse grid. I got lucky that I got placed so far in the front.
Yeah, because that reverse grid plays a massive part. You know, we're heading in to the season opener at the Red Bull Ring. You know, some people like that circuit. It's really kind of 7 corners and a few straights. That's about it to the Red Bull Ring. What's your opinion of the Red Bull Ring when we start it on the 20th of January?
Oh, I'm actually excited for it. I did quite some official races there, also in the Elantra. And I think it's very different from the circuit today because there's a lot of opportunities to overtake, and it can get quite sandy. And there's a lot of space, so I would expect a lot of 2 wides and 3 wides, and maybe even 4 wides into turn 3. So I think it's going to be action-packed. I'm excited for it.
It should be an absolute good one, Niels, to be honest. Is there anybody you want to give a thanks out or a shout out to before you leave the booth this evening?
Well, obviously, a big shout out to my team, German Sim Racing, to our sponsors, ACV and Hetzner. Yeah, go check them out if you have the time for it. And yeah, thanks for having me.
No worries, buddy. Well, you take care, Niels. We'll look forward to seeing you for the season opener at the Red Bull
Thank
Ring.
you.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Right, let's bring Dan Mould in to the booth this evening. Dan, how are you? Oh, voice went. How are you?
Hi, James. Good, man.
Yeah, good. Not a bad evening of racing, was it all in all? You know, third in Heat 1, fourth in Heat 2. It looked excited anyway.
It was better than I thought it was. I went into this week. I'd never raced this track before, and I did a few laps beginning of the week. I was like, nah, this is not for me. I'm not going to enjoy this at all. But the racing, wow, it was mint. It was mint. I'm absolutely dripping here, and I think race 1, me and Sam went side by side for about 2 or 3 corners, and then race 2, with it being such a jam-packed pack, it was so respectful, but at the same time, hard door-to-door banging racing. It was, oh man, it was good. I can't wait to watch it back.
Yeah, it was definitely a good one, mate, as well. And I think, as I said, this is the first time sort of I've been here, really, as a broadcast perspective at this circuit. So, you know, it's going to be an interesting one to see in other cars race around here. You know, we start in 2 weeks' time. We're heading off to the wonderful world of the Red Bull Ring. That's a different prospect altogether, isn't it, really, considering to what we've just raced against here tonight?
It is, yeah. I've had some good races around the Red Bull in different various classes of cars. But yeah, we obviously picked about 10 tracks, and we scrutinised it down to 6, and Red Bull's one of the favourites. So I'm looking forward to that. Real fast flowing, close racing circuit, I think. So yeah, one I am looking forward to.
Yeah, definitely.
And, yeah,
it should be a good one.
With 30 plus cars on the track, it should be a good one. You're right, yeah.
Yeah, it should be absolutely incredible trying to squeeze 30 cars into turn 1 at the Red Bull Ring. Bring on the chaos. But there we go. It should be an absolute good. Yeah. Oh, don't we always? So, Dan, thank you so much for joining me again this evening, young man. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to before you leave the booth this evening?
All the guys that race, yourself for the commentary, and anybody who's watching who wants to get involved. There are still 2 weeks left for the league. So just contact me or John through the Discord, which is on our channel. And yeah, get yourself in. There's, like I say, a few spaces left, but it's a very good, friendly run league. Yeah, please get involved.
Yeah, the Discord link is down in the YouTube description, guys. Depending on where, it doesn't matter where you're watching, it's in the YouTube description. But Dan, thank you so much for joining me, young sir. And I look forward to chatting you as the season progresses.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. See you later.
Bye. Right, let's bring in Roger Morton into the booth. Good evening, Mr. Morton. How are you, sir?
Yes, I'm very well, mate. Yeah. How are you?
I'm all right, mate. I've just watched TCRs. I'm gravy, to be honest. But, you know what I mean? Not a bad evening for you overall. Was it too bad?
No, a P9 and a P7. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
What's your aspirations for the season, Roger?
Well, to be honest, I joined this league just to help with racecraft and just to. I wasn't really going to take this seriously, but after these 2 races I've done with it, it surprised me how well I'm doing. If you know what I mean. Sorry.
That's right. You carry on.
Them 2 races I've done, they were both 0x races. We had a few little contacts, but there were 0 contacts. It was good, clean, fast racing, and that's what we want.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's going to be an absolute epic season. First one in 2 weeks' time on the 20th, guys, at the Red Bull Ring as well. You know, Roger, I think to see what, obviously, you know, GR86 on a Tuesday, then you're driving a TCR on a Friday, and you're doing well in both leagues. And I think it's mightily impressive that you just kind of picked up the TCR, run with it, and gone with it. You know,
to be fair, I do race it on a Wednesday as well, so this was just sort of like to help me with that league. To be fair, but it's yeah, it surprised me how well I can keep up with some of these quick boys. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, definitely, mate, as well. But thank you so much for joining me, Roger. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to before you leave the booth this evening?
You, as always, doing a fantastic job in the booth. Result boys for always backing me and supporting me and pushing me. And looking forward to some more.
It should be absolutely amazing, mate. Thank you so much for joining me. And I look forward to chatting to you as the season gets on, buddy.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Catch you later.
See you later. Right, let's bring in Fraser Garrity. Now, I've seen a GIF in chat. Fraser, is that image representing your body condition at this moment in time? And if anybody at home, that obviously you can't see the Discord, it is actually of a man absolutely sweating. And Fraser, welcome in. Are you currently in that condition?
Let's just say I don't want to sit in the rig till tomorrow.
Eesh. That bad, huh?
It was a little bit bad when I saw Dan and then Chris coming up 2 laps towards the end. I thought, oh, here we go. I thought John might be able to hold them off, and then when he sort of went off and they come through, I was like, oh, here we go. I'm scared.
Yeah, mate. You got a second in race 2. You know what I mean? It's considering, you know, the point of this race was obviously racing at a different circuit, and you know they called it a media day, and people didn't really. It's basically a no points race, isn't it? To get yourselves ready for 2 weeks' time at the Red Bull Ring, and you looked like you were enjoying yourself. Mixed up in some battles as the evening went on.
Let's just hope the rest of the season goes as this race has gone, and then we're in for a right great season. I'm telling you that.
All right, and if I see Fraser Garrity in the barrier at turn 1 in the Red Bull Ring in 2 weeks' time, do I then turn around and say, well, maybe we're not starting as well as we hoped?
Well, that's normally a possibility. That's what normally happens. I do well in the media races and then mess up the season. So
I was only thinking that because Dan's just said there's like 30-something cars going to be racing down into the Red Bull Ring in turn 1. And all I can just see is...
I might do a strategic start from the pits, I think.
What you do, mate, is just so you can... I don't know if I would want to... to be honest, I don't know where I'd want to start with that many cars rushing down into turn 1. There would be no safe space.
I think we drive straight on and take the long way around, I reckon.
Yeah, mate, because if you're at the back, you're going to get caught out. If you're at the front, you might cause it. And if you're in the middle, you're possibly going to be in it.
Yeah, I might be ill in 2 weeks.
Don't do that already. Who else am I supposed to have a chat with about you sweating and killing yourself in turn 1 at the Red Bull Ring? Come on, Fraser, you got to be more into it than that.
Well, if it's anything like today, it'd been for a right great race and a right laugh, to be honest.
Yeah, it should be absolutely amazing. But look, Fraser, thank you so much for joining me. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to before you leave the booth this evening?
Dan Mould holding off Chris for me. No worries, James. Thanks for that, mate.
No worries, mate. You take care, yeah, and I'll chat to you as the season goes on.
Later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, there we go, guys. That is the 2 races this evening. I think you got to admit it's been another epic night. Join us next week for the GT4s. Are back again next week, which should be absolutely amazing. They are at the Hungaro Ring. And then in 2 weeks' time, the season does kick off for TCR Season 5 at the Red Bull Ring on the 20th of January. So make sure you've got your dates in your calendar for that one, because it's going to be another absolutely epic evening of racing, and one that you're not going to want to miss. So make sure you stay tuned for that one. But guys, I've been James Parfitt, and as always, you take care, have a great week, and you never know, Might see you on a track sometime. Good night.